Hey.
Yes.
It's like the woman Future up in there, just
Right.
What's going on, y'all? It's Alexander. Bright Boy checking in. Of course, you can always catch me at Instagram at BRITE_BOI_ Instagram, The Evolved at Facebook. And I'm happy to be here for another week. I had a pretty good week.
Wrap up.
Yeah, of the wrap up.
Wrapping shit up around these parts.
Yes.
Is that what we doing?
They said, like you, I had, a great midweek break because of this snow. I was able to get off early one day and then kind of came in late the other day and then got off early. So it was almost kind of like having 1.5 days off, and that really breaks it up and makes it go, makes the week go by fast to get to Friday.
Absolutely.
But they caught me on Friday because it was like 3 o'clock and I'm getting ready to
creep
go
out
home.
the door. They like, ain't no snow no more.
It's like, you know what? We got some stuff that needs to get knocked out. So actually, I didn't leave till like about 7 this Friday. But killed a little bit of those Friday plans I wanted to do. But still,
you still had that time.
Yeah, I still had the time. They made up for it. We'll call it overtime, I guess. Whatever.
Quick question though, how was everybody's snow day?
Snow day was awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love being in the house because I'm always on the run. So I love it. Just in the house, chilling.
I actually shoveled the little bit of steps we have the little bit of steps. Like we have like two, 3 steps on the front of the house and that little walkway, just enough from the steps to the curb. That's it. Like that's all we have is like 2 little blocks. 2 little steps.
I knocked the stuff off my step and everything, but because of the weather, I didn't go full in to shovel everything because I know it's going. I mean, it's the beginning of spring, so I know something's going to come around to where this it's going to melt really, really quick, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, it snowed. The first day like what? Somebody asked me that, and I was like, "The first day it snowed was the first day of spring."
Exactly.
So.
Chitty chitty bang bang, way to bring it in.
Exactly.
Because one of my friends is from out of town, and he's here now, and he was like, "Yo, I don't even have a coat." I said, "Well, that's your fault, because you knew how fickle Baltimore weather is. I understand y'all think it's spring, however, Baltimore still thinks it's winter."
Constantly.
So for the time being, put your coats, your scarves, your hats, because it is pneumonia season.
Not until about Memorial Day. You can go ahead and just say,
is it safe to bring out the shorts?
It might be safe.
We'll know when the weather breaks when you got multiple shootings. Sorry, not to be funny.
Not
according to Baltimore. According to Baltimore, they shoot whether it's sleet, snow, rain, hail, volcano, under mass construction, destruction. They shoot whenever.
They do, but when the weather breaks, it really they turn
is a
up
baka.
Yeah.
Well, let me make it easy for everybody. Just check the weather. That's it.
I don't even think you can check the weather at this point because the weatherman says one thing, but when it hits Baltimore's surface, it's going to do something.
It's good enough to assume
different.
we might hit at least 44 maybe. So it'll give you, something to look and go by. Like, all right, I'm going to still wear a jacket.
Tim's and hoodie all season, all year.
Did y'all see that Queen Latifah's mother
passed away?
Yeah.
That's sadness.
From her
Had y'all seen her talk about her mother before?
Nah, I haven't really seen her.
Queen Latifah is very private. She's very, very private.
But she talked a lot about her brother, so I'm surprised that she really ain't see too much about her mom. Like that's shocking.
I think
she
didn't speak too much about her brother, but she spoke only because
the one who's the key she wears around his neck.
She speak a lot.
Talk about him a lot.
Because he was out there. Like he was out there. Like so of course that's
what
something.
What do you mean by out there?
I don't mean in a bad way, but far as his image, you knew who he was, right?
Because she spoke of him. That's what I'm saying. Like we would have never known if her mom would have died if her mom was even existing, because that's something she doesn't talk about.
I mean, that's maybe something she likes to be
mother had she struggled with a heart condition for many years.
Congestive heart failure.
And she said that the battle.
I mean, maybe that's something they might have discussed too.
Some old stuff,
what to keep, to yourself, what to talk about,
Y'all being people that are out in the public, is this how do y'all feel about sharing personal family struggles and stuff?
I think people share too much. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to them.
No, I'm talking about you specifically.
Oh well, me, yeah.
woman in
I mean,
red.
my mother. This is I don't talk much about it, but my mother dealt with breast cancer, and going through that journey, it was a journey, of course, and it was some up and down days, and so I just kept that. It was me and the family, to me, that dealt with it versus letting everyone know, to my preference. Like some stuff that I wouldn't mind putting out on social media. Some stuff I like keep it to myself. Mostly I like to free pictures here and there, but I like it really to network and get my business out there. My business versus my personal business. I like to keep that to myself.
Understand?
How about you, Lamont?
Well, there's only so much you can keep from, the media, because it seems like they always
find
dig
everything.
shit. So, I mean, I'm all for it. If they find out, they find out. It is what it is.
Alexander?
It is. I feel like it is. It's a little difficult because being a personality, and you want to convey realness. You want to be able to connect, but then you want to have that that personal and private side of yourself. So it's a give and take. You have to be comfortable and you have to be mindful of what you're going to give out. And also who is might be a part of some of the stories or whatever. And you might take a little extra effort to go around like, hey, especially if you roll with some people hard, you got some good stories with some people. They might have some real good jobs. They don't need to get implicated. Of course, keep your name out of it. But it's a delicate line that you have to have for yourself. Each individual is going to be different. There's certain things I don't want to share, but then at the same time, it makes it's going to make for good radio or TV or anything like that. So you just have to be comfortable with yourself and give what you want.
What about you, Reefa?
I feel like it depends on your growth, because you may be at the state where you pop off, and everything you pop off just so happens to be on your page. You pop off, but then you might be going through that stage where some things you might be popping off on, and some things you might say, okay, not. Right. And then you get to a level where you feel like you want to be private on just about whatever you want to be private on, because as like you said, as being an individual, that's your right. So I just think it depends on your mind state, because if you feel like that's what you want to share, you want to share.
What about you yourself? You speaking in circles? Hypothetically speaking, what do you do? Like for you specifically,
For me, I've shared things, yes, and then there's other things that I don't share. So like I said, it depends on where you're at.
If you don't Will Smith's level, there is no dark secrets. The media finds shit. It's people out there that are looking to destroy you. So if they got
and
info
leak
on
out
you,
stuff,
they're gonna leak it out.
Okay, so then why give them that? Why give them that?
That's why
leeway?
you sign waivers. That's why you go around. You get in trouble. That's a briefcase full of consents.
I don't have any
gag agreements.
But I don't have any problem
You
with
mean
it.
the app on the phone now, because everything's on the phone.
Well, sometimes you don't have a chance to do it. People could just be out, just enjoying regular life, and just being numb for once, and somebody like, oh my God, look at them, we ain't even thinking. They take pictures, and then boom, it's out there. Sometimes you don't have a chance to say, hey, can I say, bro,
that's a celebrity tag.
I like,
but
like
that
that.
is a
I like
celebrity
to. I'll speak on my stuff. I talk about it often. That I had a son, and then we had a blood test, and I found out that it was not my child. I talk about that often.
But that's because you're winning. Like, you're not shamed in that particular instance. It's kind of like you won the Maury game.
I was winning.
I mean, you can do backflips on stage in Connecticut.
I don't know if I was. I don't know if I was winning. I mean, so he.
Well, and a lot of people go through that.
So I felt right, and that's
saying?
another reason why I talk about it a lot. I kind of talk about it in a funny light, only because that's how I got through it. Because he was 7 when I found out.
Oh wow! Yeah,
and he found out when he was 11. So it was this is a long. It wasn't like baby's 3 months old.
So
I found out.
There for a little bit longer.
Yes, I stood there. Absolutely, I did.
How did that go about? Did she hit you? Like she texted you? She called you and was like, "Hey." Did she call you and text you and was like, "Hey"?
Nah, she was. no, it wasn't like that.
DM or at a party.
So it was strictly like a surprise to me from the standpoint of it wasn't like I was looking to this is not my baby because I clearly was there. You know what I mean? So I was So he was in my life and all
taking
that.
pictures and all that.
Shit, no, he lived with me. Like, you know, it wasn't like this was a formality type of thing. I never signed a birth certificate.
Damn.
Why
And
not?
so we were going through a custody thing. Now, I will say that I did kind of have like a maybe early on. I had a maybe.
Doubt.
Right. And so I was like, but we weren't together. So I felt like she might try to play a child support game. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if I don't sign a birth certificate, I can do what I want to do.
Exactly.
And she can't. So that's what I was thinking in my mind. But in the back of my mind, I was thinking maybe it's a possibility.
Right.
But you fast forward through the years, it kind of would come in my mind, but I would block it out. And then when we were going through the custody thing, the lawyer said that I had to establish paternity. I had to get my name on the birth certificate.
Right.
So he said, we got to petition the court to do this, and then you get your name on the birth certificate. So it wasn't like I was like, this is not my baby. It was just like, what? And so we did that, and then it comes out, and and so that's what it was. But I didn't feel like I felt differently about him because of that. So,
Like, I'm sorry to lie to you, Martin, but I just didn't want to move to Arizona.
That's crazy, though.
So I talk about it all the time. He's 18 now, but I talk about it all.
Are you still in touch with him?
Are y'all still in touch?
Yeah, I talk to him. I don't talk to him every day. He don't live with me. You know what I'm saying? But his father is in his life. Okay, so then it got complicated. So now I'm like, I'm just the mother's ex-boyfriend now. Right. So it's like
I'm not
dad.
I wonder how he think about it.
Give your child
a dad.
Give me your child for 7 years.
But you were there, so it's like you gave him some sort of guidance for a couple of years.
Several.
I wonder
more so that he will remember what you have done for him.
Sure. And I see him and all that. He's great graduate, so I'm gonna go to his graduation. Yeah.
See,
I wonder how he think about his mother. Like, what was his thoughts?
Confused.
His thoughts. Well, it was difficult for him. So he had a period where he kind of acted out a little bit during that 11th year.
I can
so
imagine.
that kind of I don't think he ever felt any way to his mother because I think she kind of spun it in a weird way to me. To be my fault, some kind of way. I don't know how you spin it, but I'm just, it was spun like that.
No.
So
Charlotte
so
now that he's older, he can imagine. Like,
I think give him a couple more years and maybe, but he may not even look at it like he got his father. He looks like his father, so it's just like what I'm saying. I doubt that
you are not the father,
and I'm okay with that.
See the baby's out, bro.
Yeah.
Now, did you have the first talk with him? You had him up to 11, so that's enough time to at least come have the talk. And I mean,
the talk about that situation.
No, like
we talked about that situation.
Well, yeah, that talk. But I'm like
the
talk, like
bees.
the man, birds and the bees, like talk, man.
No, I was looking forward to
porno,
that. We did not have the birds and the bees at 11. No, we didn't have the birds and the bees.
I mean, it's Baltimore. You gotta
if
gotta start early.
If you'd have had that chance, like how would you have broke that down to him? Like
birds and the bees.
Yeah, the
Would
birds
you
and
just
the
turn
bees.
the song on and let him listen to the song?
I mean, he was around. So he's a mature for his age kid. So I used to have him in the studio with me. He was around. He probably saw things he probably shouldn't have seen. So he wasn't like a kiddie kid. He was like a grown kid.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if he was here back in the day, I could send him to the store to go get us something from the store.
Right.
Like type of kid. So he's that type of kid. Yeah.
Okay.
So he could sit there, be quiet. You know how we have kids and he'd be loud and shit? He wasn't that kid. He could sit there and play and be quiet and be by himself, and we could do the show and it'd be all right.
He was well mannered.
Yeah, he's well mannered.
down kid.
At least you have some good papa skills somewhere.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have any kids, I don't think, but
You
I
don't
did
think
that. I did that already.
I mean, but you
I did that
for 11 years. There you go.
That show got canceled.
To have the experience.
So, you don't want no babies, Donnie?
I had a baby.
But you
For 11
I
years?
had his name. I still had his name. I have his name tattooed.
Really?
And I debated about covering that up. I was that. Yeah, I was that.
He was a dad,
I was
bro.
that. I had the.
You
know the backpack that you put the baby in. I had that. I had that. I would go to the mall and walk around with the carrot. Yeah, I was that
Bjork joint
with the matching outfits. I was that day.
Wow.
I overdid it. I overdid it.
It was full on that. Yeah.
I overdid it.
So you're on hiatus. You got that. You get that
Easter
time.
was turned up. Y'all know all the holidays.
Yeah, I was too. I did too.
All the holidays.
He said, so yeah, I've done that.
Birthday.
So it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot to change for me to go back in that zone. It's like somebody that has like an alcoholism. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And to go back into that to the den where alcohol is being drank.
Right.
You like, well, I gotta be. It take a lot.
You gotta be prepared.
Special person can
the
take
lever
me
ain't
there.
gonna be the same.
I get
Special
you've been hurt. You've been that kind because that's a level of hurt that some people would just never understand. Like you can't just pin a baby on me for 11 years and then expect me to want to jump right back into that kind of.
Before we go to break, let me ask y'all a question. So I debated about this for several years through many relationships. Should I cover up his name on my arm?
No, not if you feel like you don't have to. Now you will come across someone who is just going to be completely adamant, like and they're going to be trying to argue on your behalf. It's like, nah, I'm doing this for you. That ain't even really your son. I know you gave 11 years. But how long it's been there since? Yeah, they coming up. But then it depends on how much she got a hold of you. Then it's like how Yeah, how much the mama, the female. No, the female.
The person that's complaining about the tattoo.
Whoever's asking you to cover up the tattoo, or it's really if it means the same to you as it did when you got it, whether he's 18, whether he's gonna be 20. I mean, imagine that you would. I'm not going to say that. Would you want to be present at his wedding or be a part of his wedding party when he gets to be there? Would you want
wedding party? No. Would I want to be present? Yeah.
Okay, so you don't want thank you for the invite, but you don't want to be walked up, not walked down the aisle, but best man or anything like that, or honorable mention, give a speech or nothing like that at his
I could do that. I could give a speech.
Okay. Well, like I was saying, if it means the same to you now as it did then that it does now. And if you don't even
he could call me. He could call me at any point in time if he needed something.
Then keep it. There's no reason for no one to talk you out of that. Like that's a part of you.
What do you say, Therese? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Cover up the name or no?
Wow, I guess that's just a personal decision. I mean, like if you ain't that close to him, then it's just like, hey, let me cover it up. I mean, but people. I mean, I'd rather for that to be on there than these silly people putting their mates on there that they're not even married to.
Amen.
Not even that.
No.
It's such thing as a divorce.
I mean, that's too, but at least, you have papers on it and, it's legal, more legal. But yeah, I think it's a personal decision.
What'd you say, Ella?
I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a...
Keep it. Keep it. I mean that's not biologically your son, but the moments and times that you guys had, I'm sure you cherish those moments. So yeah, keep it. I'll keep it. Fuck it.
You agree?
I agree. I
feel
rarely
agree with him.
I feel like no. I mean, I know it's not. It has nothing. It has nothing. No, I feel like the reason you got it exactly was because that person meant something to you. That person changed you in some way. Mm-hmm. So for you to then get it covered, it meant like to me that's saying like, well, the original thought wasn't that original if it was so easy for you to get it covered in the first place. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So keep it because it meant something and it means something and it means something to the both of y'all.
Yeah. I feel like it's a responsibility credit. So if any female or anybody tries to like, you can't commit, you can't nah, chick, look, right here, 11 years.
12 hours,
went on the Maury show,
15
and then found out it wasn't
92
mine. But I mean, I did 3 after the 7.
Birthdays, Christmas.
And those actually count as like double time years because you could have cut out at the 7. Then you went 11. You got that 3.5, 4 years.
Well, you went a milestone.
I have one more thing to say.
That's credit.
I don't think it should just affect your future though. About children. Children is meant to be here. We meant to be fruitful. Even though that's a decision, I don't think that should cloud your mind on that type of decision though.
I think Diamond gonna have a baby. I'm sorry.
You want to have triplets or something?
Damn!
Get her all out in one. Don't put that voodoo on me, Ricky Bobby.
Just because he said.
Don't put that voodoo on me, Ricky.
Whoever that special young lady is.
Wow.
Woo! Ricky Bobby.
The last thing before we go to commercial and we hit that second line on the paper. That sounded crazy. Bobby,
I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that way.
Bobby Valentino Bobby
Yes.
V. I'm sorry, Bobby V.
Charged.
Under investigation for rape.
Yes.
Woo! And he just dropped a new project. He should be out promoting that, but no, he is in the mix.
Is it a woman?
He can't. I'm about to say he
Okay,
can't
what
catch
y'all
a
mean?
break.
What do you mean? Is it a woman?
Because you know he was dealing with transsexuals
Yeah,
as well.
the last time he was in the news,
It might look like a woman.
Was that him in the video? that really was him?
Yeah, I think it was him.
That was him. Beat, 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 beat.
So y'all think he just doing this just to try to get that transgender stank off of him?
No, bruh. That's a life.
I'm a real man. I do like woman. I'm a real boy.
That's how it probably went on. That's probably why it happened. I mean, allegedly. Allegedly. You gotta put that out there.
They said that his camp is saying that they are going to fight back from this attempt to get financial gain.
That sounds like a trap.
Bobby V. He said these are false allegations, and when women have these false allegations, it damages true victims of sexual abuse.
Transgender said that.
But this is what
His whole camp.
But this is what I'm out to argue. How much is Bobby V worth? That this is a substantial case. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Forbes.
What has Bobby V done that makes him worth enough that you can take this man to
He got
court
some hits.
and
He probably
win?
worth like $5 billion. I mean, $5
Royalty
million.
checks don't last forever, darling.
You don't know what he's doing with his money.
He's still.
Yeah, you can't say what he's doing with his money.
Blackberry molasses money.
I'm still giving royalty checks for all you tomorrow.
All right, hold on.
Royalty checks last for a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
My
You don't know if
only
he spent his
issue.
money wisely
People
or not.
the person who made Yankee Doodle, they still get
Exactly.
royalty
Right.
checks. Depends on your song.
The only issue I
And he
had
had some hits.
with your comment was that you were saying what makes him so substantial for this case. This is a sexual, harassment, sexual misconduct,
sexual assault
case. So the verbiage of how you brought that up is it's substantial because it's sexual assault. Now,
That too, yes.
Now, what
and he's worth $6 million.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter. Once you're in the spotlight, once you had a one-hit wonder or whatever, you're getting royalties, revenues. You're doing you have some sort of relative value to where someone's going to try to get at you.
So it doesn't matter.
No, it really doesn't matter because they do it on the common level just to piss somebody. You get pissed off. You have that little back and forth hate sex, and then he doesn't do something that you like, and then you're calling to the court saying, "Nah, that last time we really didn't want it. No, we've been broken up for X. No.
I get it.
So it can happen on the because like I say it's Bobby Valentino. She might not be Googling right then and there because she just met Bobby Valentino. She don't want to look like that person. Like, oh, that's $6 million.
Exactly.
She's going to try. And then who knows? It maybe came up that at the time she was like, "Wait, ain't you dealing with transsexual?" "No, bitch, I'm a real." And then who knows? And then it went on. I'm just saying that's how it could have started. Yeah, like it could have came up. That's what I'm saying. It could have had something to do with it.
You can pick the whole fight and everything.
I'm just saying that's how it could have escalated. But
And people
Bright boy.
I'm just saying.
And people need attention. You
do.
got those attention whores out there. So they be like, hey, let me get me some
Well, I
attention.
hope.
Probably smashed her.
Well, I hope for his. Yeah, she got buyer's remorse. She probably got in there and thought it was going to be something that it was, and then it wasn't, and now she has. Whatever it is,
she probably started thinking
we're
back to the
making light
videos.
of it,
All right,
you
so
guys, but we're not trying to.
Exactly.
We're making light of it, but this is a very serious allegation in itself. And
we need to go to break. We need to go break.
With that said, Radio on Fire broadcasts reach over 278,000 viewers per month. Advertise your product, service, or event on Radio on Fire by sponsoring an episode of Wrap Up for as low as $50. Visit radioonfire.com/promo to get started.
Do it.
We'll be back.
I'm gonna let y'all know that if I was just listening, y'all would be like so jumbled. Like I sit back and I be like, what the hell? I'm trying to listen to everybody.